Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 10 of season 3 of Titans. Last week's episode saw us reunited with some familiar faces. Donna, Hank, and Tim. United in the afterlife, in the limbo and in between. Meeting on this train to their afterlives. Not being able to handle the situation all that well, Tim abandons the train. Donna goes after him to try to help him, and they run into Hank, who has been surviving in like the soul wilderness up until this point, which is infested with these ghouls that also feast on souls if you're not careful, for those that don't go to the beyond. But they manage to find a bridge back to life. And Hank stays behind to protect the exit of Donna and Tim, and we got a heartfelt send off to him as he's reunited with Donnie in the afterlife as well. And they're going to continue on doing their hawk and dove routine to help troubled souls survive the wastelands in the afterlife, which is like a noble send off for the character. The actor put out a pretty heartfelt statement about the episode itself. So I'm almost willing to I think it's 100% at this point that we're probably not going to see Hank again, which is kind of the vibe that I got at the end of the episode, was that this was kind of like his goodbye. Which I wonder how that's going to go. Donna, her body's gone from Themyscira. We caught up with Rachel, with Raven, as she was trying to train physically and mentally with the Themyscirans, with the Amazons. And it was really interesting to see them kind of like, this is how difficult it is to bring a soul back, because they're like, we're not making any progress with, she's talking about how they're not making any progress bringing Donna back to life, and they're at least the person in charge of the whole event is talking to Rachel about how difficult this task is, and there's like this physical sculpture representation made of all these stones that is perfectly balanced, shatters it and tells her, all right, put it back together. And even using her powers and trying over and over again, she's not able to get it to stand tall completely. And they think all hope is lost at this point, that Donna's gone, but lo and behold, Tim's death played a substantial role in bringing Donna back. Tim throughout was, you could tell that his body was still connected to his soul, because he was still like feeling a lot of the guttural pains as he's trying to be revived by the EMTs at the site where he was shot. So he ends up waking up there. Donna wakes up. Her body's gone from Themyscira now, and she actually ends up saving Bruce, who was writing his last will and testament before he was going to burn himself alive in his one of his side homes, and she saved him from that. So I'm really curious to see where this goes from here. I'm really curious and excited to see like people's reactions to Donna's return. I think I'm pretty excited about that. One of my favorite things about last episode was a lot of the kind of the meta commentary on how Donna went down last season. I thought that was kind of funny. But guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into this episode. If you want to see the full length unedited reaction to this, it's going to be on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, gets you access to that as well as all the full length reactions to all the episodes of Titans and every other show we've been covering this year. Also put up some movies on there. I'm about to go see Venom 2 later tonight. So if you want to see my reaction to the first film, which I watched, 2 weeks ago now, I've got that up on the Patreon. It's just one way you can support the channel, help me get an editor so we can keep making the flow of these shows a little bit smoother. And so that when things do get a little bit busy, maybe I don't have to drop some of the shows or pick and choose, or even I can pick up new shows and maybe it's outside of our current wheelhouse. You never know. But guys, another way you can support the channel, if that's not a way you can, is always just like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, all that stuff, because engagement is key on YouTube for videos to survive. And that's one way you can help me out as well. That's free for you guys. So anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and dive into episode 10, Troubled Water. Here we go.
They're sealing off the city, no one in or out.
Are you kidding?
Right, get down to the DWP.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes some sense in this case.
They were gonna take me back, but you fucked it all up.
So you had a moment. I've had plenty of them myself. I'll let bygones be bygones.
Why is he still following him then?
It's not the product, it's how you sell it. We now interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you a message for the good people of Gotham. Gotham City used to have a protector, a guardian angel. But Batman abandoned Gotham and left Nightwing and his friends in his place.
What's this?
How do you have time to like graphic design all of this stuff?
He's robbing you. There will be a $50,000 reward paid to the person who brings him in. A new hero will rise, and you will know his name. Red Hood.
Uh,
There's no way that people actually believe that.
hacker, psychiatrist, chemist, and now video editor and digital production. Added to Crane's resume.
Can fix this, Barbara.
Why are we stopping?
This is as far as I go. National Guard shutting down every bridge and tunnel in and out of Gotham.
You might have told me that at the airport.
I thought you knew. It's not safe for a lady.
I'll take my chances.
How do we tell the good guys from the bad guys? No clue. Your guess is as good as mine.
Stay down.
Oh, what? Oh. What the fuck? This isn't... That's not fear talks. The shit is that? Turned them into fucking rage zombies.
Looks like the worst of it is over.
I mean, just have Connor go around and just like beep boop everybody's. That's an issue. Super speed, man.
You're Titans, Nightwing's gang.
No, we're not much of a gang, really. More like roommates.
Just get the fuck out of here and leave us alone.
He wants us to just leave?
How about stay? Give them a good reminder of which side we're on.
If you stay, it'll only get worse. Get out, now.
Yeah, that's right. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, and Blackfire took that personally. Okay.
Lydia?
What the hell?
Your sensory perception is off. I've been following you for 10 minutes, but you were completely unaware. You must return home with me to the island.
That's not happening.
When you died, we began a ritual to bring you back. You must undergo testing to discover what has happened and how it has changed you.
I'm fine. I'm going to Gotham.
I mean, I don't think anything they did had anything to do with her return.
Test you here.
Come on, Lydia.
Once you have proven to me that you are fully prepared to re-enter the world of men, you may go to Gotham.
MB, anything for you guys? I'm fine with coffee, thanks.
Shot of absinthe, please. Running out of good ideas, resorting to bad ones.
There's an art gallery around the corner, too, if you want to go heist a Monet.
I'm gonna turn myself in. Make your show over to the GCPD.
Another one?
Sure.
Make it 2.
So this art gallery of yours, they got any Rembrandt? I'll do it for a Rembrandt.
Yeah. Same.
Where's the vision?
I thought we were gonna give the people some hope. A new way.
I get it.
You really thought Crane would bring that?
You need to believe in you. In your ascendancy. In your legacy. Say it with me. Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Red Hood. Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Red Hood. What do you want me to do with this?
Go shopping.
Jason.
We go in together. As a team. As a family.
Bam.
Can't avoid who you are, Donna. You must confront it, and still you run.
I know you've always hated me, because I'm part human. But to you, that always made me less.
If you keep doing things the way you always have, you will die again. I push you to be more because you are more. You are of your world and my world. That makes you the best of us.
I'm so sorry, Lydia.
Do not be sorry. Be stronger. You were born not just to protect people, Donna, but to lead them. You must rise.
Could you at least, like, magic me to Gotham? That'd be nice.
What the fuck?
You know what to do. There's more where that came from. Say it. Say my name.
Red Hood.
You're goddamn right.
On Tamaran, it is called the Pit. It's dark. So dark you cannot even see your hand.
Gar.
It isn't like that here. Right?
Right, it's totally not like that.
I got you. I promise.
This will not end the way you think.
This is just optics, right?
Optics.
Yeah, I don't know at this point. I think Jason's got something to do with how this is going down.
Move in!
Stand down!
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Shoot it.
I need to get her out of here. Cover us.
Shit! Got him!
Put down your weapon! Put it down!
Let's go.
Well, that went smoothly. God damn it, Jason. Be consistent, please. For fuck's sake.
What the hell did you just do?
I didn't do anything.
You took my powers. Was this your plan all along? To make me care about you, to get close to you so you could steal my powers?
Let's find somewhere safe. Just us. And we can talk. Fix whatever this is.
I'm going to help the others.
Haven't you given them enough? You were never meant to be a soldier in someone else's army.
a family.
I am your family.
I'm not gonna abandon them. They wouldn't do this to me.
What if something happens to you? Who will heal you then, sister?
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
I don't.
Where are you going?
You're not the only one with unfinished business.
The fuck is she gonna do?
I'm sorry.
I just wish they would have saved that for like the end of the season or something.
Commissioner, I'm gonna need your weapon.
Why?
Barbara Gordon, you have the right to remain silent.
The fuck?
You say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
It's like no man's land. Fuck, Batman was on the painted above the store. It's just why the dog?
Identification, please.
Why crip? Fuck off.
Is there a problem, ma'am?
Starting with ma'am, yeah. But the main point is I traveled a long way to get here. Crossed a lot of bridges.
Turn around, ma'am, or we will take you in.
Electricity won't defeat me this time.
Been there, done that. See, I knew you were gonna go there. You gonna let me in now?
Rachel? Did I die again already?
I think this calls for some spirits.
Like how Donna just saved Bruce just to fucking leave him wherever he was.
We gotta redecorate. Starting with this. Actually, you should do the honors. Please don't give up on me, Bruce. I've made my choice. I'm proud of you, son. Welcome to Crane Manor.
Alright, we got, what, 3 episodes after this? 11, 12, and 13? To wrap things up. Well, I was kind of right about Blackfire. She was going to absorb Starfire's powers. Though, so I think, like, the subconscious desire for them is what kept, is what brought Starfire after freeing, because that was like her first vision, first few visions after freeing Blackfire from captivity, aside from why it took her to that one place for whatever reason. I think that was just to kind of maybe throw her off from the trail. But I think Blackfire has been psychically summoning her to steal her powers, because while she was boning Connor, we had that moment where it panned down to the floor and that purple fire was radiating there, and then next thing we look over and Kory Anders standing right beside them watching. But she was under her spell, so I think she's manipulating this, or at least maybe not intentionally, but subconsciously summoning her, trying to call upon it. And now she got shot and used the perfect timing of that to just suck it right out of her. So now Kory doesn't have powers again. Second time she's lost her powers, though we got no explanation of how she got them back before. But Commander's just like hanging out like, hey, well, shit happens, sorry. We'll see if we can fix it. And then the moment they get away from all that, I guess obviously the plan went very sour, but like she was all on board. How much of it's been an act up to this point? I didn't really want this conflict to come in until maybe like the cliffhanger for the end of the season, so that it didn't like feel like this last minute kind of turn for her to end up maybe being like this secondary or the primary villain in the end to kind of undercut Jason Todd and Crane and save her for the big bad for season 3. But I don't know what they're going to do with that, because this is episode 10. We still got 3 more to go, and she's in a place where it's very uncertain which direction she's going to go, which I just can't imagine it's going to be a positive one. Rachel's back, so that's nice. We're finally getting the team all in one place, though we couldn't have Donna reunite with them just yet, so we had to have what's-her-face come in and give her a spirit world fight test, a test of character to make sure she wasn't a zombie. So I assume Donna will reunite with everybody in the next episode. Just how easy it was for Crane to turn the public perception on the Titans against them. For the people that were, I mean, it didn't even, if I recall, I don't even remember him including footage of them dispersing the water. He just said they did it. And I mean, sometimes that's all it needs for some people, man. Just the video production in general just made me laugh through that whole segment. It was just like, made this after school special meets early YouTube editing to turn people against the Titans. It was so funny to me, man. And then, of course, he sent Jason out to bribe the cops and turn them against Barbara, and the plan to orchestrate a fracturing between the police department and the Titans further, and then forced Barb's hand, which, like, anybody there at this point, she shot the guy. Like, he instigated all this. He disobeyed orders. All this junk. He's threatening people's lives who turned themselves over willingly. I don't know the full extent of the law. I'm not going to pretend that I do, but I feel like there's no reason at all to like go after Barbara in this situation. Who knows who Jason paid off in this, and like that's maybe he paid off the people to disregard that, spin the story a different way, and go after Barb. I don't know. Jason, again, he's just flip-flopping, man. Goes from wanting to turn himself in, wanting to be better, going right back to Crane after all it's said and done. Even after everybody was going to take him back in, everything might have been fine. And we're right back here with Angry Boy at the end of it. And I get it. He's like all over the place. He's emotionally distraught at all times. It's just annoying to watch sometimes when characters just kind of flip-flop. And he didn't even give a good reason, or at least that I saw, that for him to flip after what happened before about freeing himself from the drugs, freeing himself from the influence, realizing what he's done, facing it, and then facing the consequences, or not necessarily that, but trying to atone for those consequences, just to be like, oh, well, Crane won this round, so I guess I should side with Crane. It's almost like he's just like picking the winning side. Just because Crane tricked them into releasing the toxin in Gotham, he was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to go hang out with Crane now. And Crane's just completely chill with that. Like, at this point, I wouldn't trust Jason as Crane. Like, he was the one spying on him. He was the one following him. We already know that he established he doesn't need Jason. He just wants Jason. At this point, he's been betrayed. He knows he's not reliable. I'm honestly surprised, like, the whole Lady Vic thing just went out under the radar after that one episode. Like, he set that up to be something possibly more than that. And I would have liked to see if Jason was going to go back to just try to earn that back from him. It's just like, whatever Jason decides to do at this point, it's like no matter which household he wants to go stay at, they're completely chill with him returning for the most part. Connor letting his rage get the better of him here and there. I know there was like an interview or something that said like this season he'd struggle with his Luther side or something. And I was like, I wonder if that was it. Maybe we'll see a little bit more as things heat up in Gotham, and where they've walled off Gotham. So we got a kind of a no man's land situation. And we've been seeing quite a lot of that. Obviously, we had The Dark Knight Rises. We saw it in Gotham. We've seen it in Harley Quinn, and now we've seen it here. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything. Half the Arkham games, but like we mentioned before, with Crane's whole water plan, it's not like they're like grasping at the most unique approaches to handling Gotham and its villains and stuff. So, but it was all right. It was entertaining. I wasn't a huge fan of this episode overall. I didn't hate it or anything like that. It just like I was just like annoyed with a lot of the decisions and the characters and the flip flopping around. But we'll see. I am really excited to see Raven and Donna back with the group and see how that works. I really hope this season has been doing really good up to this point, and I hope with this Blackfire turn in the last few episodes doesn't bode negatively for the direction the rest of the season is going to take. Because it's been doing really good so far, and I don't want it to like disappoint in the end. I want to enjoy an entire season of Titans, please. So we'll find out though. So guys, sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, and we'll carry on the conversation after the video. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, you can check that out on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, gets you access to that as well. Come join our Discord. We can talk about this, all the other DC shows, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever. Come hang out. Links to that and all my socials are down in the description of this video. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Mandy Share, Ryan, Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yuri, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, and Peeling Zim. Thank you guys so much for your support. And remember, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys next week with the next episode of Titans. Take care, everybody.